Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, that right there, I added that in so that people who are following along can see if they, didn't miss something. I mean, like, if you are following along like that right there, that tells you how many missiles I have, how many pickups I have, whatnot. So I'm going to be adding that into the beginning of every part from now on. I didn't do it in that first part for whatever reason, but I got the idea to give it a shot. Because why the fuck not? It also was an easy way to see if the Hopog was... Would you stop that? So, like, right off the bat, folks, we're going to be taking on a boss. Knock it off.
Does that sound like Predator?
Sounds like a drunk toad or something. This, ladies and gentlemen, is obviously different from the original. In the original, this is Kraid. He's one of the big space pirate commanders. I'm not sure why he's...
This is what happens when you drink your milk, kids.
This is the
You
last...
grow up big and strong.
This is the last time we'd ever see Kraid, at least as far as the not chronological series is concerned. I mean, honestly, I really love his sprite in this game. It looks a lot better than a Super Metroid one.
That's more smoothly animated.
Yeah. And it's just a better drawing.
Is he dead already?
Yeah, he's... It's kind of...
Well, there you go.
I was getting into this at the end of the last part, but the big criticism people have of Zero Mission is that it's kind of easy as fuck.
Oh.
I honestly don't mind, because, like, I'd rather a game be easy and fun to play than it be, obnoxiously hard. I'm looking at you, Super Metroid Redesign. People complain about...
Oh, it's the best power-up in the game. Oh, wait, no, that's...
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna get into this a little later, but... I mean, like, I honestly don't mind. This game has 3 difficulty settings, so if you find it too easy, there's a hard mode.
Is the hard mode actually hard, though?
It is. It's definitely harder than the other modes, so, like, if you want more of a challenge, that option is there for you. I mean... I guess I do feel like Super and Fusion, in particular, offered, like, a more... Yeah, so for this part, you do have to... I might as well... start getting into this now. The Speed Booster. I liked it in Super Metroid. I liked it in Fusion enough. But in this game, they just fucking took this power-up way too far. I mean, like, it's not that bad if you're just playing the game like normal, but if you're trying to 100% this bitch, there are so many Shine Spark puzzles in this fucking game. So many of them. And the control is so finicky. Like, what you have to do is you have to, like, run until you build up the speed booster gauge, and then you have to press down in order to store the charge in your body, and then you can jump to release the energy in any direction you want, in ball form or in regular Samus form, to speed through certain types of blocks. And I also want you guys to bear in mind, I was playing this on a GameCube controller. Imagine trying to play a Game Boy Advance game in which, like, precision control is required to solve certain Shine Spark puzzles with the dinky little D-pad.
I would say the D-pad's better than an analog stick for that, probably.
It definitely is, but it's so small and stiff that it... So, like, half the time, like, I'll press down and the game won't register.
Dirty.
Half the time I'll press down and the game won't register it for whatever reason. And you'll be seeing, like, towards the end of this part... By the way, another cutscene. You'll be seeing anyway towards the end of this part, like, an example of...
The last frontier.
Corneria, the 4th planet of the Lilat system. The evil Andros turned this once thriving system into a wasteland of near extinction. General Pepper of the Cornerian army was successful in banishing this maniacal scientist to the deserted planet Venom.
And we're back. Oh, and by the way, after you beat a boss, those...
Destroy him!
After you beat the bosses, like, those little sections next to the elevator will go away. And, you might have noticed that there are some Chozo statues that I would sit in, and they'd tell you where to go. It's kind of like their version of, Adam from Fusion. Yeah.
Except it's less limiting in this game.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're required to go to a couple of them, but, like, after a first few, you can skip them altogether if you want to. The Chozo statues also act as recharge stations, so if you're running low on ammo or health, you can just plop yourself right in there, and they'll heal you all the way up.
By the way, you're not authorized to use the Varia suit.
Did you just pronounce it Varia?
Yes.
God damn it.
Isn't it Varia?
I've always said Varia.
I always did too, but I thought that was like incorrect.
It might be. I don't know.
Well, I've heard both.
What am I doing? Oh, I guess the controller was fucking up on me.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was about the sassiest I could get. Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, if I had to give like an estimate, like in Super Metroid, you could Shine Spark, but there really was only like one or two moments where you had to like use it in order to get a power up, and usually it just required you to run and build up some speed and then like launch directly upwards. It was never really anything that obnoxious. Fusion had a couple of annoying Shine Spark puzzles, but there were only like a couple of them, and in this game I swear there are like 10 of them. And they're all obnoxious. They all like require you to be like an absolute master of this particular style. That right there was a speedrunning tactic. You can blast through those walls. I like the Shine Spark as a speedrunning tactic. I like it as I like it when it's not obnoxious. It's when I have to go through like 3 different rooms and go off of ramps to keep my speed going that it gets ridiculous. And this game has too much of that.
How about you let the game speak for itself?
Oh, believe me, you will see. If you've ever 100%ed this game before, then you know what I'm talking about. But at any rate, that right there is the high jump. It actually adds it's actually 2 power-ups in one, like it was in Fusion. You also get the Morph Ball jump with this. So you can tap the jump button. Yeah.
I approve.
And now that we have this, we can actually do a Ball Spark. Which is like a Shine Spark, except you're in Morph Ball form, so it's easier for getting through like small little passageways. And there are 2 Shine Spark puzzles that require you to do that. So I mean, like I know I'm not going to keep bitching about the Shine Sparking in this part. I think I've said enough for now, and I will be saying plenty more later. So
yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, getting back to like dumb excellent graphics again though. I mean, look at this place. Look at how vibrant it is. By the way, there's a secret wall there.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, unfortunately there's nothing else we can do here right now, so we have to like go back already. This is the I know. I kind of like spent most of the Prime playthrough like bitching about the backtracking.
Even though it's, I don't know, I feel like that's par for the course in that game, though. I mean, I'm not saying that excuses it, but, like, it's just...
I guess I don't feel like when I'm playing Zero Mission, Super, Prime 2 and 3, that I have to, like, backtrack halfway across the planet, like, after just getting to a new area. Like, I think the worst example is, like, right when you get to Phendrana Drifts, you grab the boost ball. It's just like, okay, now go all the way back to your ship and get the boost, the double jump, the space jump, that's what it is. Alright, here's our first terrible Shine Spark puzzle right here. So you have to, of course there's not enough room for you to just build up the charge in this room. You have to walk into that next room, go down, shoot open the door, go to the right, turn into a Morph Ball, and then go into the next room. Then you have to hold right as you're going through that small passageway back there and kill both of those flying turtle things, because if you don't, they'll hit you and your spark will go away. And then you have to press down when you get to like exactly the right timing. Jump all the way to the right part of the room. Go down into Morph Ball mode again, and then jump, and you better hold down the jump button all the way or it won't work. Oh, see, I went too far, now they've respawned and I gotta do it all over again.
You were getting blue in the face while you were explaining that.
This... I love Zero Mission, but this is too much for me. Like, you have to, like, memorize this exactly perfectly. You can't... And then, of course, these stupid fucking turtle... Why are those there? Is this Shine Spark... Like, I just don't understand why this part of the room right here couldn't just have been longer, so that you could just build up the charge in this room. So if you fuck up, you have to go through like 2 or 3 rooms and watch the loading screen. It's just terrible. I hate it. I hate the fucking Shine Spark puzzles in this game. There are way too fucking many of them. They're all obnoxious.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
And if you're playing this on a GameCube controller, like if it almost makes me wish I just waited for this to come out in the Virtual Console, so that I could use a classic controller. Because Fusion plays like a dream with that thing, but the fucking GameCube controller, it's great for 3D games. It's great for anything on the GameCube, but for a 2D game, it is just not. Oh, by the way, if you leave the room, they respawn. And if you get hit, it goes away. From now on, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm doing a Shine Spark puzzle that's this bad, I'm gonna be, editing it out so that like it doesn't take forever. I'm leaving this in for this first one partially because
he wants to validate his bitching.
The part would be too short without it.
Oh, so it's
see, like if you go too far to the right, you leave the room, then they respawn. If you don't press the jump button all the way, then it doesn't count for some fucking reason. Like the control is so finicky.
All right. You this whole entire part has been you whining about the Shine Spark puzzles.
God.
Chill out.
Right. The good news for you guys is that we aren't going to be seeing them in part 4. But we're going to be seeing a couple of them in parts 5 and 6.
A couple of them, Michael says, with whilst grinding teeth.
Is there a predator in here? Oh, by the way, if you don't
Arnold,
if you don't go all the way to the bottom of that hill over there, by the way, this is technically a sequence break. You're not supposed to have super missiles for until right before you get to Ridley's lair, but you can get them now.
Saucy bitch.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing so. The moment you get the jump ball, you can get that.
So you get 2 at a time.
Yep.
So
it's
style.
Yeah. Well, actually, Fusion just upgraded your missiles to super, like a general.
Oh, that's right. I think the upgrades in that are more fun to use. The diffusion.
Yeah, they had a couple of creative new power-up ideas in that game.
I don't know. That's why I like that game, because it feels like I don't really like the ice beam as much, even though it should in theory be powerful. Because I'd rather.
When I play Super Metroid, I always turn the damn thing off, unless if I have to use it. Because it just makes enemies take longer to kill. Because first you gotta wait for them to freeze, and then you have to shoot them again to kill them.
But with Metroid Fusion, I didn't feel like, even though in theory, I mean, the missiles they become ice missiles, right?
Yeah.
And in theory, does that just freeze them, or?
Yeah.
But your charge beam is powerful enough to take most guys out too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like it's quicker in that game, and I like that. But I don't know. It's been a while since I played Fusion, to be honest, and I don't really have nearly as much experience as you when it comes to Metroid games. So
yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Again, I gotta praise the excellent graphics in this game. Look at that background. There's so much detail. It's also got a nice. It's also got a nice style to it. It's got I've heard people describe it as kind of like a Jack Kirby comic, which is kind of nice. I really like the art style in this game.
That's a good story.
That's a good story.
That's a good story.
We may be able to locate another energy signature from the radar womb. We can find that media or find Dr. Wowie.
That is amazing.
So kind of interesting difference about the Vari suit in this game as opposed to others is that... Stop that. Is that once you get it, you can actually go through acid. You will be invulnerable.
Yes.
That's obviously not something that was in Super Mission, or Super Metroid, rather.
Metroid Super Mission.
That sounds like a parody game, doesn't it?
For the Atari Xbox.
The Atari Xbox. That's amazing.
Super Mission.
Super Mission.
That's amazing.
Alright. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be exploring...
That does sound like a ROM hack.
We'll be exploring more of Planet Zebes in Part 4. So, we'll see you guys next time.